It is my pleasure to be here. I was very delighted to be invited for this interview. My name is Adam Barakat. I'm the commercial director for Gustavos Jamaica. We are the #1 daily deal site in Jamaica. Sure, I'll try and shorten it as much as possible because the path was I mean I might reveal my age if I say too much. So let me start by saying I don't necessarily think it was that unconventional necessarily. I mean, I don't know what conventional really would be, but my main background is in sales and also IT at a point, mainly in sales though, because sales is pretty general across the board in terms of its model and how it's executed. So besides that, though, I started in San Francisco, California at Hill College, where I acquired a degree in business software applications from Hill College. And that actually started my sales career. When I returned to Jamaica, I also worked for Innovative Corporate Solutions. They are another pretty sizable IT firm in Jamaica. And also lithographic printers. After that, I kind of went into printing world of Jamaica, of lithography, and also onto national outdoor advertising, where I sold billboards, bus advertising, street billboards, pretty much anything to do with outdoor advertising at that point. So that was kind of my, I would say, well-rounded, not full IT background, but mostly, as I told you, in sales, pretty much. So that actually, when I was at NOA, I had the opportunity after meeting the guys in Puerto Rico who are the founders of Gustavos, because Gustavos is in 6 territories across the globe currently: Damre, Panama, Canary Islands in Spain. We just went into Trinidad, and of course here in Jamaica. That's pretty much it in a nutshell, as it relates to how I actually got to this point in my capacity. Drastically. Besides, I would say staff issues and staff woes that most businesses, I think, have had to endure during this time in COVID. One definite positive thing I can say from that is that restaurants definitely, it started to seem like they don't really need me as much anymore in a sense, because of course, everybody wants to go now to a restaurant, because I guess we've been in our houses for so long. So getting out to a restaurant now is much bigger than it used to be in the past. So I do notice that they are definitely thriving. Another major thing was we had another company called FanGig, which sold event tickets, which had a lot of events at a point that we sell on a weekly basis. And the loss, of course, the ban on events now has made it very difficult for any promoter to have anything. So that section of the business actually has closed down in a sense until events return. Hopefully one day, knock on wood. This is glass, but let's just say it's wood. And of course, the also hotels closing was also very detrimental to the Jamaican economy at a point. We're seeing a serious rise in the average daily rates of hotels now, because of the losses that they've had to ensue from the start of COVID, which I would say really started to hit them around maybe the mid summer of 2020, I would say. So I mean, those are the 3 major things that I had noticed personally that has affected us during this time in the e-commerce world, so to speak. Mhm. It wasn't easy. I'm not gonna even go around it. I mean, for anybody in my position or at a likewise company, it was very scary. It was very scary because nobody knew what was happening on, in the onset. We didn't know much about the virus even, back then. There was no, you're not even a thought of a vaccine at the moment because of, the hysteria. So, after everybody calmed down and, figured out, okay, let's settle in, we actually started an open for business campaign, because what we realized was that a lot of companies were starting to open back up slowly. And I'm talking maybe 3 to 4 months into the real pandemic of when, we started, masking, and, you couldn't go anywhere at this point pretty much. But slowly but surely, certain restaurants had opened back up. Some businesses had started to open back up. And we noticed that people had a problem knowing which of these places were actually available. So we went on a campaign with our merchants, and merchants that weren't, we've never actually done business with. And we created a directory of businesses to say, which businesses are actually open currently. So those were the initial steps to kind of kickstart the e-commerce success that we've previously been used to. That was the first thing. And slowly but surely, the most industries started to come back. Hotels started to open back up a little bit when the virus was slightly actually we had protocols at this point. So by the time the protocols had come in, a lot of businesses did have the opportunity to open back up using these guidelines to run their businesses by. Of course, the hotels cannot survive. That's one industry that cannot survive without the foreign influx of tourists. Jamaicans definitely, supply them with a lot of bookings, but the tourism is definitely different, of course, because of the foreign exchange as well. So that's a major kicker right there, of course. So this also led us to create something that we don't traditionally have at Gustazos. Gustazos, for hotels, we guarantee you a 50% off stay for a specific time period that you have about maybe 15 days of a booking window to buy. And we found that, some people would say to us, hey, I kind of want to buy this hotel now, if you had it. Because I don't know if you know, but in Jamaica, we don't actually have a local website that sells just direct bookings of hotels with a payment portal that you can just pay, just like a Gustazo, pay, book your date and go. And so out of that came G Travel, Gustazo's Travel, where we actually have a totally different site now dedicated as our our online travel agency that would, there's no fixed booking windows or, minimum guest amount or special time of the year. You can literally book anytime, any hotel. It's divided by the different parishes that you might want to stay at. So, that has definitely come out of the pandemic, I would have to say. So, and it's doing quite well. Please check it out, gustazotravel.com. Quick plug. Now, if that wasn't good enough, we also have created a major incentive, in my opinion, to book through Gustazo's Travel. And that would be that you receive 10% back in credits for the amount that you've spent. So if you spent 500 US, you'd get back $50 in Gustazo's credits. Now, Gustazo's credits trade at 1-to-1 US dollar, in case anybody's noticing. So it's not one of those where, it's 1 for 1,000 points or 2,000 points or anything like that. It's 1-to-1 US dollar. It's how it's traded. So it's our cryptocurrency, in a sense, that you're allowed to use across all the brands of Gustazos, whether it be G products, regular Gustazos, Gustazos Travel. And eventually, hopefully, as a cryptocurrency, hopefully, retailers and some of our merchants in the distant future will be accepting these credits as a form of payment. So that's where we're heading with that. So the other, on the IT side of Gustazos Travel, because I'm sure that's another part you definitely want to hear about. It's quite complex, I have to say, because not only is it that you're a front website, but of course you have to have very sharp connections with your distributors, your suppliers, who would be our hotels. So the communication lines have to be very secure in terms of what information, how fast the information is getting between us and the hotel and the click of your mouse. So we're also in the process of connecting to these hotels. And when I say connecting, I mean connecting to them for live access to pricing and dates and so forth. So this will pretty much give us the opportunity to have better reservations in terms of knowing what's available, when it's available, the cost of it, and so forth. This will definitely help us to move a lot faster. So yeah, those are definitely how we've dealt with the challenges. Those are a few of the things that we've done. I would say those are the major things. But G Travel is a very exciting venture. It's gotten off to a great start, and I'm really hoping that everyone will support it going forward, as they did Gustazo's when it came out. Very good question. And if it's not broke, don't fix it. To everybody out there in marketing, if you've, I mean, I'm not saying that you cannot adjust and make tweaks and do it at, not the same way somebody else is doing it, but our online strategy has always definitely been to always provide the most value that we can provide to you from a new merchant that we're presenting you to. We want you to, and it's a two-way street, because we also want to help this merchant now get the awareness of their products that you will keep returning to stay at their hotel or eat at their restaurant, or get a massage at their spa. So it's definitely a two-way street as it relates to the strategy. And I mean, usually, of course, we are also owned by the RGR Lena Group in Jamaica. So that also allows us to not only market digitally, but to also market digitally in a sense where we can couple or support, I should say, the online effort with newspaper ads, radio ads, TV appearances. And also, of course, they have their own online campaigns that you can run through them as well, through Glean Online. So we have implemented the suite of marketing products, I have to say, with the G product line, of course, that definitely pushes it and helps to push it each day, because our newsletter, I would say, is our main source of because that's where you're going to get your daily, dose of whatever promotions are live at the moment. So definitely that's great. But of course, Instagram, Twitter, and the social media sphere, they also drive new persons and persons that have never heard about us before to buy promotions that are newly fresh on the site. So that's definitely, I would say, maybe 20% of our sales in terms of what it represents in a dollar value, and that's a pretty big dollar value, but it's interesting to note though that email is still king as it relates to a main source of people being concentrated on some or following something, really, because we follow people on Instagram, for example, but it's so many people, so many things that's going on at the time. That's why email is something that you're going to have to always come across. You're going to wake up to go to your job, you're going to have to check your email. You're talking to your family, or there's people are sending stuff around, people are still using email. So email has still definitely been a definite key in reaching and gaining new customers. We do also, I mean, how we're seeing G products now is definitely still, I would say, in its infant stage. The concept is to purchase online and come to the pickup center and collect your item. If for those who don't know or have never actually purchased a G product before. the vision for G Products will eventually develop into a full-on marketplace, which is really the vision for it, where without even the interaction of an account executive, you would be able to, put your business in the marketplace as a trade, as a business person. So that really is the long-term vision for where we're seeing it. But we're still kind of in the baby stages of it at the moment. But we are every day we're increasing the product line of what is available, and hopefully we will definitely have enough suite of products to satisfy everybody. Close to an Amazon level eventually one day, hopefully, is where we're hoping to take it. Well, there are only a brief amount of spoilers that I could possibly share. I'm not supposed to talk about some of the stuff that we have coming out, but I mentioned earlier, our challenge with restaurants of late. Challenge in the sense that they're doing great, and we love that as well, of course. But in regards to how the model would normally work when a restaurant is, how a Gustazo works is, usually when that merchant might not be getting as much business as a Thursday, Friday, Saturday night of what they're used to. Those other nights are usually when you would have the Gustazos for. But when people are going Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's kind of hard to fit a promotion now, when the place is packed. So we already have this program working in Puerto Rico. It's doing very well. We did something similar with Megamart last year, like a test piloting phase with it with Megamart. I can't say too much, but it's really geared around rewards, and we really want to get more into rewards and show how much we definitely care and love the fact that we've been supported so hard over the years. So this program, named Gustitos, is going to be the word. I won't say any more than that, but this will allow you now to really get rewards that you will be able to turn into credits that you will be able to actually use on the site as well through just using your card. So that's definitely something we're very excited about. It's, as I said, it's still also, that is very much in its infant stage still, but performing very well in our other markets. So we're definitely hoping to have that. And I would say we're definitely going to have more brand promotions this year. That is for our free claim items that you might see from time to time from our merchants like Fruit Blossoms, Chocolate Dreams, for example, where you claim it and you have to be one of the first 100 to 200 people to get there to actually claim your free item, plus a discount of upon your arrival. So we definitely want to do more of those coming up in 2022, and yeah, that's all I can say in regards to that, unfortunately. I think I'm most proud of maybe even down to one of the first promotions we did when I know how the model is supposed to work, and actually using the model with a merchant that was a very new merchant. Of course, it was select promotions that I saw where this business really could use a boost in a particular time, and it was amazing to see the reaction of how the return business worked for that merchant. And it was almost like a chain effect, because when you think about it in your mind, and especially when you do marketing, you're like, well, okay, 100 people visit this place, maybe 10 will come back or something like that. I mean, we were having return rates at first of 50 and 60%. So every 100 people that would go to a place, 60 people are coming back the following month or even the following week sometimes, spread out. So it was to hear those phone calls like, Adam, like, this is amazing. This person, that came here on your Gustazo, and now they're back here all the time. And not only are they back here, but they brought people with them, So that's pretty rewarding, I have to say, to feel that you've done something that will have a lasting effect with a merchant. And, it's not like you just went to go and sell them something to for a moment. This impression is going to last on that customer. That customer now has a new relationship with this business because of that interaction. And if you've been doing business for a long time or marketing for a long time, that's powerful. That's very powerful to me. So I would say that's probably my most proudest moment to date, possibly. I want to be remembered actually for, we actually just recently won this. I was actually very proud of this, very, very proud of this from the Royalton. I want to be remembered for this. I want to be remembered to know that, especially during a time like a pandemic that's lasted now almost 2 years, that despite that, we were able to still, surpass previous numbers that we've done with merchants to where we've won an award that we were very proud of, and I would like to be remembered for this particular one. Yes, definitely. This one made me proud for sure.